everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me DK over here, and in today's video I will be showing you a video that's related to science. And so you have read the title card, or you might have seen the content. I'll be teaching you about the periodic table of elements that's related to chemistry. So I was thinking of doing a video that so I can share my knowledge with you, but I wasn't having any idea. So I asked my teacher, and she suggested that why don't I share my knowledge with you of the periodic table. So I said okay, I will try, and here I am doing the video with you. So without further disturbance, let's get on to the video. So over here I have a big and gigantic periodic table over here, and so you might be thinking, where I got this. So and I got this, they had an orientation program on our school auditorium, and based on their college and related to science. So they were giving away books of their schools, and then there were these periodic tables inside them. And if you don't have one, don't worry, you can search in the web and you can learn, because I know and understand, and you cannot go out and take printouts because it's quarantine and lockdown time. So just adjust with whatever you have. And so there are some important things that I have to share with you about the periodic table. There are totally 118 elements that are found by the scientists, or that are there in nature. So you can see there are different types of colors over here, and so you will be wondering what are they. So I'll just explain it, and just don't take the comparison of light to dark, but I'll show you what they are meant. So we'll start with the blue one over here. The blue one, it's the metal, so as you can see over here, and there's light blue, so it's alkali metal, then alkaline earth metal and all. So we'll get on to that further information later. And so for the red one over here, it's the semi metal, and the green one is the non-metal. So it's classified into these three colors, and the purple is also kind of metal, but it's transition metal, so it's also okay. And for the pink ones, or down over here, this one is the lanthanide, and for the down last line of pink one, we have the actinide. And so let's get on to the video. And for the first one, and we have over here is the hydrogen. You can see over here, and it has a relative atomic mass as it's like 1.0079, and it's represented by the symbol capital H. So when we move on to the second one, it's over here, and I don't know why they designed the periodic table like this and they didn't have a normal table. So the reason is for you to find out. And the second one is the helium, and has a relative atomic mass of 4.0026, and is represented by the symbol capital H and a small e. And for the third one, we have over here is the lithium, and it has a relative atomic mass of 6.941, and is represented by the symbol capital L and a small letter I. So you might be wondering where I got all this information, and so if you want an example, you can just refer this area over here. So this is the relative atomic mass, the symbol, and the element name. So other all you just need to understand, and that's not that much important. So for the fourth one, we have over here is the beryllium. It has an atomic mass of 9.0122, and is represented by the symbol capital B and small letter E. For the fifth one, we have over here is the boron, and it has an atomic mass of 10.811, and is represented by the symbol capital letter B. For the sixth one, we have over here is the carbon, and it has an atomic mass of 12.011, and is represented by the symbol capital letter C. So for the seventh one, we have over here is the nitrogen. So when talking about nitrogen, before going to the information, you know, every people know more about nitrogen because it is it's present in our atmosphere of over 78%, and so it's very useful to us and for the plants, so etc. And it has an atomic mass of 14.007 and is represented by the simple capital letter N. For the eighth one, it's oxygen. So oxygen is the basic thing that keeps us alive and what we need for living, and it also makes Earth. This is out of the subject, but still, for your information, it also makes Earth the only planet on in our solar system, the one with life. So it has an atomic mass of 15.999 and is represented by the simple capital letter O. So it's common one, O, oxygen. And for the ninth one we have over here is the fluorine. It has a relative atomic mass of 18.998 and is represented by the simple capital F. So the next 10th one we have over here is the neon and has an atomic mass of 20.180 and is represented by the simple capital letter N and small letter E without leaving space. So in every symbol is represented with two or one letters, but it doesn't have any space between them. So for the 11th one over here we have the sodium. So it has an atomic mass of 22.990, and you might be thinking why the symbol is Na, capital letter N and small letter A, and others all are like starting with when lithium it's like Li, beryllium is like Be. So sodium they made it different. I don't know the reason about that, but I just know that it is different from any other elements. So without the starting letter or any letter that is because Na there is no letters like that in the sodium, not present there. So let's move on to the next one. It's the 12th one we have over here is the magnesium, and it has an atomic mass of 24.305 and is represented by the simple capital M and small letter E, G. So let's move on to the 13th one we have over here is the aluminium. So aluminium is a metal, a semi-metal or full metal. So you can see it's blue color, so you can understand by the color it's fully metal. So aluminium we will be using for our daily needs, not fully for our daily needs, still reference we can use it, and it's as an atomic mass of 26.982 and as I represented by the symbol capital A and small letter L. So it is not I or it's L. And for the 14th one we have over here is the twin silicon. So it has an atomic mass of 28.086 and is represented by the symbol S, capital S and small letter I. So now we have our scenes mostly the symbols with two letters and one letters. So there isn't symbols I mean elements with three letter symbols. So there is, but you will understand when I get into the last. So I have this one more important thing to tell you, that this video I'll be doing till the 57 because I cannot do the 118 elements in one video. So and then in the next one, part 2, learning the periodic table part 2, I'll be uploading the video, and from 57 till 118 I'll be teaching you. So let's get on to the next one. It's the 15th one. It's phosphorus and has an atomic mass of 30.974. It is represented by the symbol capital letter P. So for the 16th one we have over here is the sulfur, and it has an atomic mass of 32.065 and is represented by the capital letter S as a symbol. So for the 17th one we have over here is the chlorine. So chlorine we use generally for our daily needs, you can say for cleaning purposes and etc. So it is also an advantage for us that they found this element, so we can use in our daily needs. Otherwise it would be very difficult for us to clean our floors or do in our home, because you know the understanding, especially mom, they are working very hard and they need this chlorine type elements for their cleaning purposes. So let's move. So it has an atomic mass of 35.453 and represented by the symbol capital C and L. So for the 18th one we have over here is the argon, and it has an atomic mass of 39.948 and is represented by the symbol capital A and small letter R, so without leaving any space. And for our 19th one we have over here is the potassium, and has an atomic mass of 39.098 and is represented by the capital letter K. So almost you can say the symbols, the elements with one letter symbol, it's all capital. So 2 letter, the second letter will be small. So for the 20th one we have the calcium over here, and it has an atomic mass of 40.078 and is represented by the symbol capital letter C and small a. So for the next 21st ones we have the scandium. It has an atomic mass of 44.956 and it's represented by the symbol capital S and small letter C. So for the next one we have the titanium, and it has an atomic mass of 47.867 and is represented by the symbol capital letter T and small letter I. For the next one we have over here is the 23rd one. It is the vanadium or vanadium. You can tell, so it has an atomic mass of 50.942 and it's represented by the symbol capital letter V. So for 24th one we have, it's the chromium. So some words are hard to read, some elements I meant. So for me it was the first time when I was preparing for this video, it was also hard for me to read, and you will get to it when you try. So, and for the 24th one we have the chromium, and it has an atomic mass of 51.996 and is represented by the symbol capital C and the small letter R. So the 25th one we have, it's the manganese. So last time we saw over here is the magnesium, and this time is it's manganese. So they are kind of different, and everything is different, and the manganese, that word is only the same, so don't get confused with that. And it's represented by the symbol capital M and a small letter N. For the 26th one we have, it's the iron, the most popular thing that we know, and so iron is used everywhere for utensils, materials, and it's all in our daily life. So iron is that has an atomic mass of 55.845 and it's has a symbol that is capital F and small e. So iron is like the sodium because it doesn't have any letters or the symbol that matches the element's name. So almost the same with the sodium. Then we have the cobalt. 27th one is the cobalt, and then it has an atomic mass of 58.933 and it's represented by the symbol the capital C and the letter small o. So for the 28th one, and we have the nickel. It has an atomic mass of 58.693 and it's represented by the symbol capital N and small I. So you might be thinking over here, you can see it's like the same one classified with 1. So it's like almost the same properties everything has, and so you can say iron, cobalt, nickel, almost the same properties, similar properties. So for the copper, to 21st one we have the copper. It's the copper and it has an atomic mass of 63.546 and is represented by the symbol capital letter C and U. So for the 30th one we have, it's the zinc, and it has an atomic mass of 65.38. So for the first time we have an atomic mass after the decimal point, as it has only two numbers. So it's not that much special. Still, I just wanted to inform you. So they're represented by the symbol capital Z and the small letter N. So for the 31st one we have, it's over here, it's the gallium, and has an atomic mass of 69.723, and is represented by the symbol capital G and small a. And for the 32nd one we have over here is the germanium. Oh my god. Germanium, and it has an atomic mass of 72.64. It's represented by the simple capital letter G and small e. For the 33rd one we have over here is arsenic, and you can arsenic or arsenic or whatever you can call it, and it has an atomic mass of 74.922, and essence its symbol is capital A and small letter S. So 34th one we have over here is the selenium, and it has an atomic mass of 79.96, and it's represented by the symbol capital S and a small letter E. And for the 35th one we have over here is the bromine, and it has an atomic mass of 79.904, and it is represented by symbol capital B and small letter R. So over here you can see it's in red color. I haven't still figured out why they have given it like this, but I think there's a reason behind that. And so let's not wait for the time, and let's go to that sixth one. It's the krypton, and has an atomic mass of 83.798, and it's represented by the symbol capital K and small letter R. So for the 37th one over here we have is the rubidium, or rubidium, you can call it whatever you want, and it has an atomic mass of 85.468, and is represented by the symbol R, capital R and small letter B. So, and for the 38th one we have over here is the strontium or strontium, and it doesn't matter. So it has an atomic mass of 87.62, and is represented by the symbol capital S and a small letter R. And for the 39th one over here we have, it's the yttrium or the yttrium. It has an atomic mass of 88.906, and is represented by the symbol capital Y. So there's a specialty in this periodic table over here. So you can see none of these symbols are repeated. So you maybe know the reason, because it cannot be repeated, so we'll have a confusion amongst themselves, and all kind of variety combinations are used here with the capital and small letters. So let's go to the next one. We have the 40th one over here is the zirconium or zirconium. It has an atomic mass of 91.224, and is represented by the symbol capital Z and a small letter R. So and let's move on to the 41st one. It's the niobium or the niobium, and it has an atomic mass of 92.906, and it's represented by the symbol capital N and the small letter B. For the 42nd one over here we have it's the molybdenum, and it has an atomic mass of 95.96, and it's represented by the symbol capital M and the small o. So for the next one we have over, it's the technetium, and it has an atomic mass of 98 without any decimal points, and represented by the symbol of capital T with C. So for the first time you have seen this periodic table that does not have an decimal point, as you know, and it's in the white color, because white means synthetic over here. You can see it's means synthetic. So, and also the red means liquid. So now I got an idea about the bromine, because the bromine is in red color, and it's because it's a liquid. And these all are non-metals and metals which are all solid. And over you can see over here is the mercury also. It's in red because it's a liquid. Only these two gases are liquid in these periodic tables. So for the next one we have, so for our next one, the 44th one we have over here is the ruthenium, and it has an atomic mass of 101 or 101.07. So from here it's the starting of 3-digit numbers, and for the first time, so it's 3-digit number coming, and so it go on. So for the 45th one we have, it's the rhodium or the rhodium, and it has an atomic mass of 1.2.91, and as is represented by the simple capital R and the small letter H. And for the 46th one, it's the palladium. So palladium, it's a metal and a highly transition metals. It's a transition metal, and it's also used in armory, weaponry kind of stuff. So it has an atomic mass of 106.42. It's represented by the symbol capital P and small d. So for the next one we have, it's the silver. So for the silver also, it doesn't have a symbol that is related to the element name. So like sodium and copper over there. And so it has an atomic mass of because silver is I don't know why they give these kinds of names to them, as an atomic mass of 107.87, and it's represented by the simple capital A and the small letter G. So the 14th one over here. So we are coming an end to this video, and please stay tuned till the end. And 40th one is the cadmium, and is having an atomic mass of 112.41, and is represented by the capital C and the small letter D. So for the 49th one we have, it's the indium, and not India but indium, and it has an atomic mass of 114.82. It is represented by the simple I, capital I and small letter N. So you can just call it N. And for the 50th one we have, it's the tin, and it has an atomic mass of 118.71, and it's represented by the symbol S, capital S and N. So for the tin also, it doesn't have any relation with the element name. The symbol doesn't have any relation, but some metals and non-metals, they give like these names. I don't know the reason, and it's also for you to search and find out, so it will be an extra information for you. So, and for the next one we have, it's the antimony, and has an atomic mass of 121.76, is represented by the simple capital S and the small letter B. For the 52nd one we have, it's the tellurium, and has an atomic mass of 127.60, represented by the simple symbol capital T and small letter E. So for the 53rd one we have over here is the iodine, and iodine also, it's used in our daily life, I guess, but not fully, and for some kind of situations we use iodine. It has an atomic mass of 126.90. Is represented by the simple capital letter I. So for the 54th one we have over here is the skinon, or the non whatever, because I don't know how to read that, and it has an atomic mass of 131.29, and it's also represented by the simple capital X and the small letter E. So you can see over here capital X and the small letter E. So for the 55th one we have, it's the caesium. It has an atomic mass of 132.91. It's represented by the capital letter C and small letter S as a symbol. So for the 56th one, it's the barium, and it has an atomic mass of 137.33.